Hey guys, went to the store today to, I was originally going to get Titanium Man, but I just decided to get an Iron Monger because he was actually in the movie. Plus I think he might be a better villain than Titanium Man. I don't really know that much about Titanium Man. So I got Iron Monger. They did have the uh, the reissue of the regular Iron Monger with the blue translucent arc reactor. I guess that's what it's called. Anyways, he had that. He wasn't the red one. I was gonna get him, but I looked at his legs and they didn't like they had articulation that much. Plus, people had said some things that he didn't have really good articulation, so I just decided to get him. He's a little small. His cockpit. He's really kind of small. I mean, look at that. It looks like he almost looks like a Star Wars figure in there. So that's the only downside to him so far. There was 3 of these guys left on the shelves, and all of them were pretty dinged up. The packaging. Let me zoom out here. If you can see, yeah, that's pretty dinged up. You know, right there, right there. It's not really a very good packaging because he's so heavy. So I give the packaging about a 6 because they were all really in bad condition because the figures are so heavy that I guess over time and sitting on the shelves it just, or even in the boxes getting delivered to the store, it just damages. But there is Titanium Man, the one I was gonna get. You can see on the back here that picture. That's probably the first picture that was ever shown of this figure, like at comic conventions or like SDCC or whatever. But you can plainly tell it's not the same figure. It's a different head. They probably did that for one of 2 reasons. One, they didn't want to spoil the movie for anybody. 2, it was probably a really early prototype, because these figures are made well in advance before the movie, I think. So yeah, anyways, it's got some Iron Monger stuff on the back about Iron Monger. I really don't know that much about him, to tell you the truth. I just thought it was cool in the movie, so I got him. Anyways, I'm gonna open him up and do a review on this guy. Okay, so here's the Iron Monger out of the package. As you can see, he can take a pretty good pose. He is really articulated, and I'm glad I picked him up because from what I've heard, you can't do anything like this with the other one. The regular one with the little twisty fist smash gimmick, because of the gimmick in the legs and the waist, you can't really turn him. You could technically modify this guy's head. It doesn't turn, it's because it's all one piece. But you could technically modify this guy's head to where it would turn. It would take a bit of work, but it'd be worth it. I may try to do that one day. If I ever do, I will post a video. Not on how to do it, but I'll post a video if I ever do something like that. I may not though, because technically I'd have to take off the head because the head kind of sticks a little bit in that hole right there. So I'd have to take off the head maybe of that guy. And like I said, I don't want to ruin these figures. I mean, modifying the head to where it moves a little bit would be pretty cool, but I don't think you'd ever really get 360 motion. So I may try to at least get the head to move a little bit eventually one day. But anyways, the gimmick on this figure really is get his legs straightened out. And yeah, that's another thing about this figure as well. He's got the same type of weird, funky articulation in the hips as Iron Man does. So it can be a bit of a bother. But yeah, like I was saying, get this guy straightened out, and I'm just going to go over the articulation real quick. Like I just said, his head doesn't turn. You know, if you can see that on camera, his head does not move. I'm really putting some force on this thing and it's not moving. So, yeah, his head doesn't move. The arms go like that. You know, they go like that. They do go all the way around if you want. He can bend his arm all the way from there to there. His hands are really articulated. His hands are probably more articulated than any other figure in the line. And his waist can go all the way around. No articulation in this little head either, just like the big head. It just goes down, up and down. Now for the legs. As I said before, they're on this funky funky ball joint. So, but you know, they can go to about there. You know, he can pretty much he can kind of do the splits a little bit. Excuse me. And you know, the legs actually rotate on the ball joint too. On top of that, so it has two joints, one here and one there. Surprisingly, his legs are articulated to a good degree. The suit is bulky, so it's really all you're going to get, but still pretty good. And you have his feet, which go like that. So that's his articulation. It's pretty good. Now for the gimmick on the figure. Oh, if you want a close-up on the head, I can probably try to get you one. That sort of looks like Jeff Bridges, Obadiah Stane, the character that he plays. If I don't seem very lively in this video, it's probably because I'm a little sleepy, so you have to forgive me. Anyways, and then you have his gun cannons on these sides. This one's more of a, I really don't know what this one is. This is kind of weird, actually. It must be like some kind of repulsor type of blast, but he's got those on his hands. There and there. They're not painted, but I might try to paint them, actually. I don't know if they're in the movie, though. That's the problem. If they're not in the movie, I have to find out if they're in the movie. If they're not in the movie, I'm not going to paint them. I want it to be accurate. Anyways, to get on with the gimmick, chest piece. Let me adjust the camera. Sorry for this review. I'm trying to really get adjusted to this tripod. I usually use the laptop, but I think the tripod deal is kind of throwing me off a little bit. You have this and that just snap on, basically. What you have to do is